Hey dogs, welcome to a day in the life work from home edition. As I start all my days getting some caffeine, today is like the last day of the week that's been so stressful. I'm going on like a work conference next week, so there's just been so much preparation, and as one does when feeling anxiety, caffeinates. So I had to heat up my coffee in the microwave because it already went cold from the coffee pot, but look at this swag I got from Salesforce, okay? Went to one demo, got a Yeti. That's a win. Here's the situation, okay? 1, 2. The desk is already in standing position because that helps ground me. So let's go to work. I do feel like the hardest part of the workday is honestly getting started, especially like working from home. It's just like, whew, you know, let me put my Crocs on, let me get this started. They're actually not Crocs, they're slides. But anyway, what I like to do to just kind of facilitate the start of the day is I usually leave a list of stuff I didn't do the day before to kind of get me started. And if possible, I'll like spend the first 30 minutes just kind of looking at my calendar, writing down what absolutely needs to get done for the day, and kind of like trying to center myself on what's important, like what are the things that will advance my career versus just the normal millions of emails to answer. And I try to prioritize and schedule my day around that. And then usually after that, I just have 8 million meetings because a lot of my team's in India, so we have collaboration time. Then of course, because I do work for a tech company, your girl is out there trying out the software, making sure user guides are updated, making sure I can tell customers the right way to troubleshoot things. As I mentioned, we were going to a conference, so I was just making sure this particular device was set up correctly, making sure I knew how to demo things. I don't spend that much time in VR, but I definitely get in the headset usually once or twice a day. Which is fun. It's quirky. Oh, I will give it that. It is quirky at the least. We're back in the kitchen. It's his 11:16. Time for me to eat lunch. I feel like it is pretty early, but honestly, I start work at 7. So I'm waking up at 6, having breakfast, and it just feels right. Okay, here we go. I know many people who are not food motivated, but not I, sir. Live for my snacks, for my food breaks. I also feel like my wife and I have this very sweet setup where she cooks most of our food ahead of time. I do most of the cleaning, okay? So I just take it from one of our millions of Tupperware containers and I heat it up. I add my little salad and it's just best. One of the highlights of the day for sure. Well, now I'm stuffed and I have a meeting. Okay, does anyone else think the default like Command V paste should be to match the destination's font? Like, it is the stupidest thing that when you paste something, the default is to carry the old font from the previous document to the new document. Like, come on, people, think. I can't do everything for everyone. Some may say that 2 p.m. is too late for an iced coffee, to which I will just swirl around my iced coffee for you. It's actually a cold brew. I do have a home cold brew machine because I have a problem with caffeine. Well, folks, it is, check my watch, 3:54. I've literally done everything on my to-do list except for the one thing I was like, I have to finish this before I leave for the day. Why does that always happen? So I'm about to do it and then hopefully call it a day. It's been like a really busy day, so I really want to end on time so I can practice my piano, go to the gym, do all my things. But that realistically only gives me 6 minutes to finish this task. But I bet I could do it in a solid 20. Okay, here we go. Finished the day, thank God. Normally at the end of my work days, I'll just like look through everything that I did today, and then like basically I just like have this running checklist and I move all of the items that I didn't check off into tomorrow's to-do list. And that way, like at the beginning of the day, when I sit down and plan out my schedule, I'll be able to just like grab that stuff and kind of get started. Especially things that I'm like, okay, that wasn't the highest priority to get done today, but it has to get done, like obviously should get done, is on that list. So I finished today at 4:07, not bad, except for today is a Friday and I really usually try to like relax more in the afternoon on Fridays, like literally still working, but just doing something where I'm not stressed out, because then I feel like I kind of carry that energy into Friday with me and it just takes longer for me to decompress. Today I did not do that, unfortunately. I feel like I was grinding until the very last drop. And so I feel like I definitely try to plan more time for reflection on like, okay, how do I feel about how this day went? Did I get to do the things that I wanted to do? How was my balance between work and life? And like, obviously it's just not always gonna be exactly perfect. But I think just like having these times to think about it and process it after the day is done is helpful, especially because like if you're going into an office, you have your commute time usually to kind of just like transition. And I feel like when it's at home, sometimes it's very easy to stay working more. And sometimes I just like collapse and go on my phone and just like lay in bed, which is also like when I get out of that, I'm like, oh, that didn't feel great, but here I am. So anyway, just try to keep these like little routines around to help me like transition from moments of work to moments of life. And if I haven't talked about it enough, I feel like practicing a musical instrument has been like a great thing to help my brain transition, because it's like I'm not on a device, like I'm not on a computer or phone or a headset, and I'm just like very present in like the like what my like the keys I'm touching and the music and blah blah blah, and then I'm able to like jump into the next thing. So anyway, thank you so much for being a part of my day. Hope if you work from home this was interesting. Also, I would love to see your setup, so hit up the comments and I will see you next time.